Hi, it's Miss Kristy. We're getting ready to read the Song of the Coconut, written and illustrated by Adalucia. Illustrated means drawn, so let's read about this coconut. And it's raining outside and I'm on the porch. The Song of the Coconut. Look, there's a mommy, a daddy, and a baby. Or a daddy, a mommy, a baby. Whatever. Here we go. Once there was a coconut. Cute, huh? Ooh, hear that? Who lived with his family on top of a peaceful palm tree. We'll name you Kiko after Abuelo Federico. Abuelo is grandfather, so it's a boy. And now it's Papa Coconut, the day the baby coconut was born. My Ito has Federico's blue eyes, said Mama Coconut. Ito is little son. As blue as the big wave that brought Abuelo Federico to this land, added Papa Coconut. And so, Kiko it was. So the coconut's eyes are blue. Do you see that? The blue eyes. It's cute, huh? Do you have blue eyes? And so Kiko it was. Fewiku tried to repeat Kiko after his dad as soon as he could talk, but it was too hard. Federico. Try it one more time, Kiko, said Papa Coconut. Federico. And the name of his great abuelo and the stories he heard about him made Kiko very proud. Abuelo is grandfather, so abuela with an A at the end is grandmother. Excuse me just a second. Ooh, lightning. And every morning when Kiko opened his eyes, he saw his big sky. He saw heaven in every direction, north, south, east, and west. He liked what he saw. He looked at his mom and dad and at his little brothers and sisters, and Kiko was glad to be part of such a nice family. Then he felt the soft breeze on his face. The leaves of the palm tree tickled his back until he giggled, and tears of laughter would sprinkle from his big blue eyes. He's laughing. And just before his bedtime, the rain clouds would come to give him a refreshing bath. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Except at my house, it's drip, drip, drop, 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 drop. More, Kiko would ask, more. Drip, drop, drip, drop. And the rain clouds would wet him as much as they could. And when he heard the music from the ocean, the gentle splashing of the waves were lullabies for his heart. Swish, swash, swish, swash. Can you say swish, swash? I can barely say it myself. Swish, swash, swish, swash. By the way, I have a chicken here keeping us company. Every night, Kiko's dreams were happy dreams. Yay, Kiko! On Saturday nights, the sound of the tropics made his spirit jump with joy. Uno, dos, y tres. Salsa, cumbia, samba. Uno, dos, y tres. Bailamos otra vez. 1, 2, and 3. Salsa, cumbia, samba. 1, 2, and 3. Let us dance again. Look at the music. Yay. And the night was sweet as the platanos being grilled at the party by the beach. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, platanos, but I'm doing the best I can. Look at this pretty tree. You are the fruit of the palm tree, Kiko said his dad. Because of you and because of all of us, generations of palm trees will live forever. Your abuelo Federico told me this when I was about your size. What's abuelo again? It's grandfather. Yay. And Kiko listened. He listened very carefully. There's a song in each one of us, went on Papa Coconut, a unique song that only you will hear. A song, Poppy? Kiko asked, opening his big blue eyes as wide as they would open. Yes, a beautiful song, a song so special that you will want to sing it for the rest of your life. This song will make you brave and strong. When you find it, you will know. One morning, Kiko overheard the two kids talking. You stupid palm tree, the first kid said. You can't even give us enough shade on this hot day. Ooh, there's some people there. They want more shade from the palm tree. Yeah, said the second kid. And look at those silly, deformed, good-for-nothing looking coconuts. They just hang there staring at the same old sky all day long. Not very nice, is it? Boring, said the first kid as they were walking away laughing and pointing at Kiko and his family. Those kids are not very nice. From that day on, look, Kiko is sad. From that day on, Kiko started feeling very bad about himself. It was as though his whole world had all of a sudden turned upside down and Kiko became sad. He didn't enjoy the view from his tree anymore. He didn't enjoy the soft breeze at night. He didn't enjoy the tickling leaves scratching his back. He didn't even enjoy the music from the ocean. Who doesn't love the ocean? I love the ocean. Oh. And when he looked at his mom and dad, he felt ashamed. He felt embarrassed for having such silly-looking parents and family. And he felt sorry he had been born a coconut. Oh, that's so sad. He's such a nice coconut. Uh-oh, he looks angry there. Let's see what he says. No more stories, Papi. I don't want to hear any more stories of my dumb abuelo. Oh, that's awful. I've had it with all that old coconut. I hate him. I hate all of you. And I've had it with this stupid tree. I'm leaving soon. You'll see. And Kiko's heart was getting tougher and tougher by the minute. He was so angry and so desperate that he grew thick hair all over his coconut body so nobody would dare to get close to him. Look at his hair. Ooh, he needs a haircut like I do. His mom and dad did not know what to do. Maito is too young to grow thick hair like that, said Mama Coconut, sobbing. What could have made him so angry, said Papa Coconut in the saddest voice. And they tried talking to Kiko, but he just wouldn't listen. They had other coconuts talk to him. He still wouldn't listen. They even asked of the rain clouds to whisper some advice to Kiko, but he didn't listen to them either. Kiko insisted on growing thick hair. He grew so much hair that it covered his face and his big blue eyes couldn't even see the sky. Wow, ooh, look at those colors. Wow. And that Saturday night, there was no party at the beach. The music of the tropics had come to one big halt. A storm was coming, and the beach was a gloomy, forgotten sight. There was not a single star in the sky. Even the moon hid behind her shadow. It was that kind of night. And to top it all off, Kiko had nightmares all night long. Storm's here too, just like in the book. It's storming, like rain, huh? All of a sudden, the wind started blasting on the shore, lifting the sand high up in the air. The ocean roared as huge waves crashed on the beach, taking everything they could find with them. The palm tree twisted and twirled and twisted some more. It bent until its leaves were almost touching the ground. Kiko was scared. Hold on, Kiko said. His papa and mama squealed at once. But Kiko couldn't hold on. The wind was too strong and his thick hair made him very heavy. He fell down from his tree. We love you, Kiko. Don't be afraid. But Kiko didn't hear his parents' last words because, that's the word because, the big wave took him. Whoa! Kiko thought he would drown. To his surprise, he found himself floating in the middle of the ocean, far away from his home, and in one very nasty storm. Suddenly, everything became black, and Kiko found himself whirling inside the flurry of the big wave again until... What's going to happen next? Plop! You can see that word, plop. Plop, he landed on the beach. It was a good thing Kiko's shell was hard. He didn't get a single scratch. So he's not hurt, is he? The wind was gone. It was already daytime, and all he could see was sand, nothing but sand. The bright morning sun blinded his eyes, and the hot sand made his back itch. It was as though he had stumbled on an enormous desert, not a beach. And Kiko felt tiny and helpless, like a stranger in the strangest of lands. Kiko was so sad, and he felt so alone that he didn't even notice that his thick hair was all gone. No more thick hair. He wasn't mad anymore, but Kiko's feelings were all tangled up in his heart, and all he could do was cry. He cried big, wet tears that dripped down his cheeks onto the hot desert-like sand. And when nighttime came, it was the scariest time in his life. Kiko missed his family so much. And there was no soft breeze on his face. There were no leaves behind his back. There was no party at the beach, and the ocean seemed so far away that he could hardly hear the swish-swash of the waves. Kiko's world was now hot, black, and lonely. That night, Kiko went to sleep wishing that his dad were there to tell him one more story of his smart abuelo, Federico. What's abuelo? What's abuelo? It's grandfather. If only he could hear his song, the special song his dad had promised would make him brave in song. Federico, Federico, Kiko repeated again and again. He felt comfort in those words, and the name of his great abuelo lingered in his mind all night long. Ooh. The next morning, when Kiko woke up, he was finally able to pronounce his abuelo's name. Federico, he said proudly out loud, and at that very moment, Kiko heard a loving voice in his heart. We love you, Kiko. Be brave like your abuelo. Don't give up. Be a coconut. Be a coconut. And Kiko felt as though his dad were right there with him, but he was not. And as Kiko looked around the beach, hoping he could somehow see his tree, something else on the sand caught his big blue eyes. It looked like a sandal. Yes, a little girl's sandal. And there's the sandal right there. Do you see it? There's the strap for the toe. And look. There's a little girl. Mommy, Mommy, I found my shoe, yelled the owner, a pretty little girl with a squeaky voice. And look what else I found, a nice-looking coconut. And the little girl winked her left eye at Kiko and lifted him high up in the air, and as she did that, Kiko felt good. He saw the blue sky, and the rain clouds greeted him with a hello and a smile. Then he felt the breeze caressing his face and his bare back. Bare back, where did all my hair go? Kiko suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. And the soft breeze was on his face and the palm tree leaves were tickling his bare back. Papi, family, I'm back, I'm home. Go back to sleep, Kiko, answered Papi. Everything is fine. You were just dreaming, Maito, said Mama as she blew him a kiss. Do as your papa says and go back to sleep. What happened? Was he sleeping when the storm came? Was the storm in his dream or was it real? Excuse me. And it was then that Kiko noticed that all his thick hair was gone and that everything had been one very bad dream. He was still on top of his tree with his wonderful family around him, and Kiko felt proud, brave, and strong. And in the magical second, he heard all the beautiful melodies ever played on that beach. Love songs, many love songs, and Kiko knew he had finally found his song. Woohoo! Look, there's music over here. Because, there's the word because again, because. At that very moment, Kiko sang a beautiful song of love, a song that would stay in his heart forever. And Kiko's song was heard so loud and clear, it woke up his whole family and the coconut family who lived on the next tree. And his melody touched the rain clouds, and it reached the farthest stars. And all the love in the tropics traveled inside Kiko's song. The smell of the sweet platanos filled the air, and when the music from the beach party was heard that Saturday night, Kiko danced and sang in his own special way. And as he joined in the celebration, he changed forever the music of the tropics. And Kiko looked up at his sky on that starry night. He saw heaven in every direction, north, south, east, and west. And Kiko was happy. The whole beach was happy. Uno, dos, y tres, salsa, cumbia, samba, y con mucho amor. Bailamos otra vez. 1, 2, 3, salsa, cumbia, samba, and with a lot of love, let us dance again. Yay! He's dancing and he's happy. Ooh, there's a Did You Know page. Let's learn about the coconut. Did you know the coconut is the nut of the cocoa palm tree? I didn't know that. These palm trees grow in warm climates and they live close to water, like the ocean. The coconut is hollow inside, and this is why it can float. The coconut is too heavy for the wind to transport it and too big for birds or other animals to carry it, so the coconut is moved by the waves of the ocean. This is how it travels and disperses its seed. The cocoa palm is one of the most useful trees in the world. All the parts of this tree have some kind of use. The great value of the coconut is its oil. Coconut oil is a vegetable oil. It is used for cosmetics in the form of creams and lotions. I love coconut oil. Coconuts can be eaten in many ways, raw or cooked, ripe or green. The water or juice inside a young coconut is good, nutritious drink. Wonderful cakes, candy, desserts, and snacks are made with shredded coconut and coconut milk. Coconuts are popular in kitchens on all 7 continents. The leaves of the cocoa palm tree are used for making fans, baskets, and sandals. The coconut shell can be polished and carved because the shell is impervious. That means liquids can't seep through it or get in it or out. This part of the coconut is used to make containers such as cups, bowls, and other objects. So when I lived in Florida, there's thunder or something. We lived across the street, and there was an empty parking lot with a bunch of coconut trees, and we used to shake the trees, and if the coconut was ripe and ready, it would fall from the tree, and we'd crack it on the street, and we'd have to do it a couple times on the street, and then we would just drink the coconut juice, and it was so good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Bye!